Evening, friends. Thank you for joining Cantabina every evening to follow what's happening in India and abroad. Thank you for sending me your useful comments and suggestions. If you believe in this channel, do hit the like button, share with friends, and spread the message. Our only mission is to bring you the truth and both sides of the story. Thank you for your support. Today is World Bindi Day, and we invited you to share your pictures and also come live and share your thoughts with us today. We have already put the link, online, so you can join us. Many of us wear the bindi every day. Others wear it with Indian dresses and clothes. It's a part of our identity. The bindi adorns the place which is our third eye, which through deep meditation can be opened and immense power gained through years of practice. A bindi is an auspicious mark worn by young girls and women in India. The name is derived from bindu, a Sanskrit word for point or dot, and is usually red in color, made with vermilion powder, which is worn by women between the eyebrows on the forehead. Men also wear tilak during pujas or religious ceremonies in India. So here we have Jaydev also wearing the tilak. Welcome, Jaydev.
Good evening to all of you once again. And today is World Bindi Day. And today also marks the first day of Navratri, which is a very auspicious day for all the Hindus. And, we
So
wish
here
the
at home, yeah, at home we made kheer, or what we call in Kerala, we call paisam. And Jaydev just had his taste before he came for the show. So I hope all of you also had some kind of sweet today. And of course, there is a different kind of menu for, vrat, which is for the Navaratri vrat. So you must be all indulging in that kind of food. So welcome, friends, and really nice to have you. Please join and speak for a few seconds and let others also join so everyone gets equal space, friends. After
yeah.
this, we will go on to the news so that we welcome first all our friends. So see, once again, I'm just putting the link again so for you to join in. Yeah, Aparna has joined us. Welcome.
Welcome,
Welcome.
Aparna.
Thank you. So happy to connect with you both. I'm like
Yeah.
lucky day. Navratri first day.
Welcome,
Meena ma'am,
Aparna.
let me tell you, I love your earring collection. Along with all the news that's apart, it's so beautiful your collection.
Thank you so much, Aparna.
I come as an to your your the everyday. So sometimes these days, like somehow you guys are like maybe it's not showing up or something, but you guys are like skipping my thing. So
Oh, is it? Okay.
I
Okay.
got little sad, but I'm okay
Where are
because
you
it's
from,
family.
Aparna? Where are you
I'm
from?
I'm actually from US,
US. Which
Okay.
part?
Midwest.
Midwest. Okay. So really nice, and you have your bindi also, looking very pretty, and
Thank you.
Yeah.
I just had my puja and I just joined. I don't know
so
how I'm
nice,
looking, but
so
I just
nice.
joined.
Yes, it's a lovely feeling because Navratri has started, and we also know that the Prime Minister has left for Japan, and he's one who follows the fast. So from now on, he won't be eating anything even when he travels abroad. So he continues to follow the fast. So welcome, Anuradha Kurup,
Welcome, brother.
and
Hello,
also
Yes,
we
Anuradha
have
ma'am.
and
yeah,
Jaydev and Aparna.
yeah.
Hello.
Happy
And welcome
Navratri.
Richa as well.
Welcome.
Thank you so much, ma'am.
So happy Navratri to all of you and happy
Same to you.
World Bindi Day.
Thank
It's
you,
a
ma'am.
very, very auspicious day.
Yeah. So tell me, Anuradha, you're next. You're one of our, what you call our backbones. Do tell us
No, I
a few thoughts before I move to Richa.
yes, yes. In fact, Aparna, I was surprised when you said that that some of your comments were getting missed because I know Meena and Jaydev, they are so diligent. I've never known them to miss, so it's possible that it's not coming up. In fact, one of the reasons that I was so attracted to Candid Meena is because they involve every viewer,
Yeah.
every view is, I mean, they share the views and they acknowledge every viewer, so one gets to participate in the news. So
Yeah,
that
yeah.
was one of the reasons. So maybe it's possible that your comment was not showing up. It's
Yeah.
possible. Yeah.
Same reason. I am glued to, like, actually this is like my morning meeting time, but still, like, one ear is in the meeting and one ear is with me, Nana. So, like,
Yeah. So I just, as Jaydev also said, it's a very, very auspicious day, and it's a lovely day for the Candid Meena family from across the world. I mean, there are from everywhere joining in to celebrate not just this auspicious day and the beginning of the festival season, but also the power of culture and tradition that kind of unites everybody together. Aparna is in the US, and she said she's just finished her puja. So I think, as they say, you can take the person out of India, but you cannot take India out of the person. You know,
Yes. Yeah.
and so wherever you are, we follow our traditions.
Yeah.
And just a little bit about the bindi. I mean, the bindi, of course, is known worldwide as a symbol of Indian culture and tradition. And there are many, many meanings, I believe, that have been ascribed to this bindi, starting from the wisdom of, they say, even the third eye, because when you press the bindi, the place where you press it is supposed to be the most it's supposed to be a, I forget the word, but it's a spot which is supposed to indicate wisdom, etc.
It's
And
also
then,
the third eye, as you said.
yes, the
Very
third
important.
eye and the
Yeah.
ajna, right. And also that, in many places, in hot places, they apply a sandalwood paste as
Yes.
a bindi, because that has a very cooling effect. And of course, from that to, if we watch some of the series, there was this vamp called Komolika, who, her bindis became quite famous. This was way back. I mean, they
Yeah.
were quite a fashion rage. But so I think the bindi has many, many meanings. But one of the most common ones is that Indian married women, especially those belonging, uh, actually all Indian married women nowadays, irrespective of which culture or state they come from, they wear a bindi. And so I think today is about not just celebrating the festival season, but it's celebrating Indian culture, Indian tradition, and Indian women. And Jaydev, of course, I mean, I just love that, the tilak and the bindi. So just celebrating Indian culture and Indian women, of course. And yes, I just wanted to say, off late, of course, like everything else, Meena, the bindi also has taken on this socio-political narrative, and it's become a symbolism of everything from smashing patriarchy to something else. But leave that all aside. I think it's just a beautiful accessory, and more power to all of us and to the bindi.
Yeah, absolutely. Also, Anuradha, before I give it to Richa, one more point that I'd like to tell you, friends, viewers, as well as whoever is online, is that, if our sages tell us that, if you sort of there's an alkaline substance that gathers in our third eye, okay? So if you
Oh,
use fresh turmeric to rub that area every night,
oh,
slowly your third eye will become open and you can
okay.
see so many
Yeah.
more things through meditation. So
I
please
wasn't.
try that as well, because everybody believes that that's very important for us. And yes, Richa, please join us. Yes,
Thank
Richa.
you so
Yeah.
much, ma'am. It
Let
is
me
a
just be a
great
little bit
pleasure. Am I
brief,
audible?
yeah, for Richa, because Richa is
Yes.
also a poet. So welcome, Richa. She
Thank you
writes
so much,
beautiful
ma'am.
poetry.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Uh, Bindi is itself a poetry.
Yeah,
You don't have to define it, because
yeah,
the sound which comes from universe wears
yeah,
a bindi, the
yeah. Mm,
Chandra Bindu, which we call.
mm, mm.
When it is put singly on
Yeah,
a, it becomes Anuswar. So
yeah,
every time it completes a letter, it completes a sound.
yeah,
Bindi for me is uh, is is the only makeup which can change the look of your face.
yeah.
Bindi for me is the meditation power which we wear every day,
Mm,
and we concentrate when we close our eyes, we concentrate, and the whole power comes at this center point.
Yeah.
Bindi for me is a complete circle, or we can say it is an iteration of your inner strength
Yeah.
and aura. So, whenever we place a bindi on our forehead, and why it is placed on our forehead? Because we call it lalat.
Yeah.
And at this forehead, we put chandan over here to
Yeah.
keep, as ma'am said, that it keeps you cool. And this bindi will help you to concentrate more on your inner power and strength.
Yeah.
So for me, bindi is a full makeup.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, ma'am, for giving me this opportunity, and happy International Bindi Day to all of you. Because it is not only we ladies that wear bindi, but it is a kind of tikka that is worn by the masculine gender also.
Yeah. Absolutely. So also some are asking whether Karthik has also put. Yes, some men have also put pictures of theirs in tikka. So it's actually for both men and women. So it's mainly pride in being Indian, and also pride in being a Hindu, for revering our
Absolutely.
religion, Sanatana Dharma, okay, and not allowing anybody to think that our religion is weak in any sense, because it is the oldest religion in the world. Okay, so let us all proudly hold our heads high and say that we will wear the tikka whatever comes. And if people are trying to attack Hindus anywhere in any part of the world, it shows their own inferiority complex, and the fact that they're scared that a religion like ours can overtake all of them. Okay, so now we'll move on to Zoya. Welcome, Zoya.
Hi,
Welcome,
Meena.
Zoe.
Hi, Jaydev. Can you all hear me?
Yes,
Yes.
loud and clear.
I'm sorry, I have a little bad throat and a cough and cold, so I won't take much of your time, but I just wanted to take this opportunity to come and just see you live, Meena ji, because I listen to you every single day. And I didn't
Yeah,
want to
thank
take,
you.
I wanted to take this opportunity to show you that yes, I'm in the US and I did wear white like the color is today, and I put my
Yeah,
bindi very proudly.
so nice, so
And
nice.
although by religion I'm not a Hindu, I am a Parsi, but
Yeah,
I just love all the traditions, our culture, and it's just about our country that I feel so proud of. And this is
absolutely.
the first time that I just got a thought saying that okay, let me try the doing the fast. So I'm actually
Yeah,
going to give it my best and do the 9 days of fasting.
yeah,
And like Richard ji was saying, my bhabhi, she was telling me, during the fast, it's not about just not eating the wrong foods and all that, but
yeah.
it's about the total cleanse of your body and all that. I
Yes,
just feel that is so beautiful. And I
absolutely.
haven't applied any makeup or anything. She said you should even refrain from all of that. So I just feel that putting this bindi is making me, look so. I'm not praising myself. All I'm saying is that just this bindi on there makes you
Yeah,
look
yeah,
like, a
yeah.
woman, and it's so
See, funny
elegant and
thing is,
it's just
Zoya, see, sometimes I watch these Pakistani serials, because they've got good content. And, most of the time, whenever I see a beautiful face, the heroine, without a bindu, I say that, my God, how empty her forehead is. Because, we are used to seeing a beautiful face, with a tikka or a bindu. And that makes you, it's like, everything you do, every puja, and at the end you'll put some flowers, to decorate the kheer or the payasam or whatever you're doing. It's the last minute of embellishment, and without that, you're empty. So we've got so used to seeing, women with bindi, when you wear ethnic, and who are Pakistanis? Pakistanis were Indians. Okay. So, sometimes I feel sad that they have lost out on certain part of our beautiful culture.
And
Yeah, back to
I
you,
won't take
Gaia.
much of your time. I will have to leave because
Yeah,
I'm at work now. I just sneaked to the back
Sure.
room to kind of join the
sure.
show, but I will have to leave.
Thank you for joining us. So
And
Thank
sweet
you
of
for
you.
joining.
Yeah, and I just wanted to tell you, yeah, like I work in a small store where, there are like people in and out, and whenever they
Okay.
see me wearing traditional or especially the bindi, they always ask questions, and I'm so
Yeah,
eager to always explain to them, and they
absolutely.
they love
Yeah.
it. Like they're
So
like,
for
wow.
this also, Zoya, I think we should be thankful to our Prime Minister Modi, because he has changed the image of India all over the world, and made us all think, that make us proud outside. Earlier, you remember when we were under the Sonia Gandhi regime, people used to look down upon us as a poverty-ridden nation, but we aren't anymore. So I'm really glad that
Also, my
we are
best
proud
friend
of everything that we
who's
do.
from Mexico, I did the little puja in the morning and the diya and all that, and I took a chandan tikka and kept it on his head too. So he's gone to work like that in the morning too. So he loved it too. But I just wanted to say thank you, Meena ji, for everything that you do. Wish everyone a very happy Navratri festival, and just good health and happiness, and just prosperity for everyone. This
Thank you
beautiful
so much.
season. Thank you for all your efforts, and just really love you. Thank you, thank
Thank you.
you.
So kind of
Thank
you.
you,
All right,
Zoya.
I'll leave because I have
Ma'am,
to go to work, but I'll
Yeah,
watch you in the
sure.
background.
sure.
Meena ma'am,
Yes, Rita?
I will
Yeah, yeah.
also take your
Yes,
leave
yes.
because
Yeah,
there might be so many people working at the
yeah,
backstage.
yeah,
Before that, I just want to say 4 lines
yeah,
from my poetry, if you permit
yeah.
me.
Please, please.
Yes. जगत जननी जगदम्बे के 9 दिन 9 रूप महान घट 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 स्थापना होगी करे माता रानी का ध्यान मेरे देश पर कोई संकट न आए माँ करो विश्व कल्याण भूल चूक या गलती कोई माफ करो माँ हम अनजान अपने घर परिवार सगे संबंधी दोस्तों में बसती जान सबकी पूजा अर्चना स्वीकार करो माँ करे हम आह्वान so
Beautiful.
Beautiful.
Beautiful. Beautiful, Richa.
with this
As,
note
as everything that you do.
yes and ma'am swastika also contains 4 bindis
Yeah.
Yeah.
okay with this note
Yeah.
I will
Good night.
take your leave ma'am it was such a pleasure meeting you
Yeah.
happy Navratri to all of you the viewers who are watching here thank you so much ma'am thank you
Thank you. Good
Thank
night.
you.
Meena ma'am, I will
good
also
Yeah.
night
like say
Yeah,
one thing
please.
before I leave.
Yeah.
So as
Very
Zoya explained, I'm also from US. When I go with kurti, wearing kurti to the stores, I make sure I put bindi to make it's kind of a security that I don't belong to that community, even though my dress represents that.
Yeah.
I am this. It's like a safety, secure kind of like a sending a
Yeah.
signal
Absolutely.
that I am not part of that. I'm not saying anyway that they are lower, like
Yeah.
they're
Yeah.
dangerous or anything, but just to make a little bit of self secure that like okay, I am part of this, not
Yeah.
part of that. I am not
Yeah.
dangerous.
Yeah. Thank you so much.
Thank
hi,
you,
ma'am.
Zoya.
Minal? Yeah, Minal?
Hello, Minaji.
Welcome,
Thank
Hi.
Minal.
you
Hi,
so much.
ma'am.
Yeah, thank you. Nice speaking to you and Jaidev ji. And I would say
Welcome. Yeah.
Thanks.
yeah, it's a wonderful initiative that you guys have taken, and I'm sure these things should keep coming from the channels like yours. And yeah, it's like middle of the night. It's around 1:01
Where are
a.m.
you, Manisha?
Sydney.
Yeah, where are you?
I'm in
Minal?
Sydney, so I'm
Sydney.
in
Okay.
Sydney. Yeah,
Okay.
so since I saw your live, I thought I'll join for a
So
couple of
nice of you. Yeah.
Very nice.
yeah. So great work. I always watch your channel and your videos, and happy Navratri to everyone.
Same to you. Same to you.
Yeah,
Please enjoy.
thank you. Yeah.
Hi,
Thank
ma'am.
you.
Hi, man. Yeah.
Bye.
Yeah. Welcome.
Hi, ma'am.
Yeah. Welcome. Welcome.
This is Dhanashi here.
Yeah.
Actually, can I share my school experience related to Bindi? If you
Absolutely.
Yes.
don't mind.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
So actually, me and my sister was studying in English medium. So what happened, our principal used to remove Bindi, but my
Yeah.
mother used to put Bindi on Very next day we used to go and tell our mother like, see my mom, see Bindi is not allowed in your school. No, I will apply my, I will wear my I will wear my bindi, I will wear bindi to my daughters. Purposely she was wearing every day. She used to do, my principal used to remove the bindi, and next day, very next day, she used to apply bindi on us. So at the end of the day, she called our mother and told that, see, these things are not allowed in our school, and this religion is very so this is very religious thing. So she never see, if this thing is not allowed in your school or something, in same is with our religion. So same thing is with our religion. I mean to say, same thing, we cannot we cannot go without bindi. So she used to very promptly reply. She replied to my principal promptly. She, at the end of the day, she didn't utter any word. From next day, she allowed a bindi. That was the thing. Like my mother, for this, she was very particular about my, even now she is very particular about the thing, like why you should wear a bindi or something. That
It's
was
actually,
very mixed.
our parents, Dhanashri, we are thankful to our parents who have, inculcated so many values within us. And these are all very important things. What you're saying is absolutely important for all of us.
Actually, actually, this thing should be very well. It's not about English medium or any other vernacular medium, but these are very basic things, like learning our values. So in our school, most of the our principal was influenced by the British, how Britishers did, how we Indians are, down market or something like that. They used, he used to pray, he used to say every see how we celebrate Ganesh Chaturthi. We shout, we sing, we have loud music. How Britishers live, see how their prayers are, like see how our prayers are. Even though that principal was Hindu, so some things, see, the things should be sometimes we Hindus are also responsible for the things. If we are not following our
our own
values,
enemies.
so we can't. Yes, so see, I don't want to blame any others. See, I don't want to blame any other person from other community who are always blaming Hindus. It's something we always deem in our own culture. We don't understand the importance of bindi, kumkum. In fact, we are ashamed. Most of the people are ashamed to wear tilak or kumkum.
That is why,
while going to the office.
Dhanashri, that is why I called all of you to come online, because to tell you the truth, when I was doing the collage for all the women who came in bindis, who were wearing bindis, I put the collage together, and Jaydev and I were just saying that, see, all the women look so beautiful, in different colors.
Exactly.
And, it is, I don't think in any other country women can look so colorful and beautiful. So,
Exactly.
congratulations to each one of you, because this is really a big initiative. And here we have the person who's been pushing the initiative, and that's Sangeeta, who reminds me every year, Meena, we have to do this. Please don't forget. So Sangeeta, to you.
Namaskar, everyone. Thank you, Meena ji. No, I was just thinking back to when I was listening to everyone that, oh my God, we started this last year in a conversation saying, let's start this and let's do this every year. And I can't believe we are on year 2. And, I mean, you already have a huge global following, but we started this year, last year, as a group of people. To a lot of the points that people are saying here, like what Dhanashri just mentioned in her experience. We wanted to spread awareness. We wanted to spread information. We wanted to do it in a non-political way. We wanted to use education as our strength. So we started educating our people, like you said, to take more pride in wearing the bindi, knowing the significance, but also those who are of different backgrounds and who don't know anything about the bindi. We started with school boards to combat even Hindu phobia, for that matter. That was one of the reasons. And this year, I have to say, it's a great day, first day of Navratri. So happy Navratri to all of you. This is the power of people coming together for a cause. Today we are launching our non-profit. All that work that we are doing, just in a voluntary way. Last year, we have now become a group, and it's been registered, and it's launched as KOHI, which is Canadian Organization of Hindu Heritage Education. So we launched it today officially. And for
Congratulations.
this exact reason, we're spreading awareness, we're spreading education. And Bindi, I mean, everyone's already said all the important points, but it goes across time, it goes across religion. It's 5,000 plus years old history. I think Zoya, it was Zoya earlier who said she's Parsi, and she's right. Parsis wear bindis, Buddhists wear bindis. We have Sikh traditions with gurus wearing tilaks and bindis thousands of years ago, and of course Hindus wear bindi. So I feel like India is, my gosh, it's this home of knowledge and wisdom and philosophy. For
Sangeeta,
thousands of
see,
years, and we
see,
need to keep
Sangeeta,
taking that forward.
yeah. See, Sangeeta, you being a filmmaker, you will also know the fact that even Jaidev is photographer. See, both of you will note that, see, whenever you take photographs, in dim light, okay, and with only very little light, when a person is wearing a bindi, you cannot imagine the aura of that photograph. Because I, as an editor, as well as a movie maker myself, when I look at the lights coming on the face of a person, whether it is a rishi, a muni, anybody, a lady, or anybody, that the face just glows up. So you can imagine, it's not an embellishment. It is something so much more.
Well, that's where your five senses are gathered and focused. Yes. So, the bindi is kind of representing that spot. And it's interesting you said that, because I've noticed even like general pictures where we share pictures with friends and family. I've noticed that the most compliments I get is when my picture has a bindi in it. That is just but you know what I mean? Someone said that before, you don't need makeup. Though I have some today, but you wear a bindi and that's all you need to lift up your face. It changes everything. So for me personally, I wear it with pride. I look at my bindi as a symbol of Shakti and it's feminine divinity for me. So I love my bindi and I wear it proudly.
Comment, Sangeeta, coming from Bandari. He says, ladies, be a bit careful. The charmer is here with a new picture in his profile to impress and charm you. That is Karthika here. So he sent me a very good picture of him, with a tikka. So yes, now we'll move on to the next person. It's Bindu Sharma.
Wow, she represents Bindi. Sanskrit word for Bindi is Bindu.
नमस्ते, जय हिंद, जय भारत, जय माता दी,
जय भारत. Yes.
शुभ नवरात्रि आप सबको.
Same to you.
तो मुझे तो आना ही था, जैसे आपने अभी कहा. मेरा नाम तो बिंदु है, तो मुझे तो आना ही था. तो मैं अभी अपनी मेडिटेशन से निकली हूँ, क्योंकि व्रत में हूँ. तो पहली चीज फोन को हाथ लगाया, ऑन किया, आपका लाइव था. तो आई हैड अ पुश टू कम. और बस आप सब महानुभाव, आप सब जानते हैं, आई स्टैंड फॉर द कॉज. आप ये जो यज्ञ कर रहे हैं हमारी संस्कृति को, हमारे कल्चर को जीवंत रखने के लिए और उसको सेलिब्रेट करने के लिए, तो मैं उसमें अपना पार्ट अदा करने आई हूँ. और ऑफ कोर्स ये सिर्फ एक मेकअप नहीं है, मतलब एक ब्यूटीफाई करने का तरीका ही नहीं है. इससे ज्यादा ये हमारा इट रिप्रेजेंट्स हमारा जो थर्ड आई चक्र है. तो इसका उसके साथ गहन संबंध है. तो बस इतना ही कहूंगी. जय श्री राम, जय माता दी.
बहुत अच्छा कहा बिंदु जी ने. व्हाट आई लव वाज शी सेड ये जो यज्ञ कर रहे हैं आप टू रिवाइव आवर कल्चर. शी डिडंट से ये जो प्रोग्राम कर रहे हैं. आई रियली लव दैट बिकॉज इट्स एक्चुअली I don't, yagya is the correct word, it's just it's a very powerful movement. So मुझे वो बहुत अच्छा.
And also Anuradha, all of them are coming out of a puja, you see. So we are all blessed souls, because see, it's a very auspicious day. All of you are in such a mood, where you've started the Rath, everything. So everything is so auspicious about today.
बस जाने से पहले एक बात जरूर कहना चाहूंगी कि बहुत बहुत कम प्लेटफॉर्म्स हैं जो हमारी संस्कृति, हमारे कल्चर के बारे में बात करते हैं. तो थैंक्स टू यू मीना जी. और यकीन मानिए, मुझ में ये सारी चेंजेस जो आप देख रहे हैं, ये सारी सुशांत की वजह से हैं. Perhaps ये अनबिलीवेबल लगे किसी को, लेकिन डीप इनसाइड जी ये सच है.
थैंक यू सो मच.
जय माता दी.
Meera, join us. The beautiful Meera with her bindi.
Welcome, Meera.
Well, actually, I'm pretty tired, and I think putting on the bindi did lift me up a bit.
She's just come back from a trip, and she wasn't feeling very well, but she wouldn't let go. She said, "I'm coming anyway," So thank you for that, Meera.
No, actually, I must tell you that I'm really not a person who uses sindoor or bindi. In fact, so today I've actually mixed Rakta Chandan and applied the bindi. you
Yeah.
know,
Thank
but
you.
maybe I should do this more often.
Yeah.
And like earlier participants were saying, that the bindi is always placed on the Ajna chakra, which is
Yes.
the sixth chakra, and
Yeah.
it has to do with the wisdom and opening of the third eye. So basically,
Mira, see, most of the sages, they tell you there is a lot of calcification in the same area because we use things like toothpaste, So if at night, every day, you take some turmeric, or sindoor, and rub it in that area, the calcification will go and you can open your third eye. So
yeah,
that's
I mean,
advice from them.
exactly, and that is why especially in South India, men wear a dot like a bindi
Yes,
every day. Basically, it
yes,
is to enhance your wisdom and
yes, absolutely.
to activate your third eye.
Yeah,
Because as a Reiki practitioner, I know
yeah,
that the third eye chakra is very vital.
yeah,
So, of course, in our culture, it's also a shringar and
yeah,
a sign of marriage and all that. But basically, it's something we should actually do on a daily basis, and maybe I should
absolutely. Yeah.
henceforth. And सबको नवरात्रि की शुभकामनाएं,
Thank you so much.
and may our movement gain strength here
Yeah,
on the
yeah,
Sushant Singh as well as the cultural renaissance which we all want.
yeah,
So wishing
absolutely.
everybody all the best. And I think you can take on somebody
Yeah,
else now.
I just
Actually,
wanted to share a
yeah,
thought before, because
yes,
it was taking off from where Meera said about culture, that
yeah,
J. Sai Deepak, that very, erudite lawyer who's, fighting for so many causes for our culture, had put out a beautiful, it was a small YouTube where he said, we talk about women wearing the bindi, the sari, and traditional dress. He said, all that is very good. He said, how many of us guys are willing to go to office or to a mall wearing a traditional,
same.
veshti or our, and that he said, or wearing the tilak. He says we put it on. Most people, especially in cities, they wear the tilak from home for the puja, but by the time they get to office, they take it off. And slowly, it's nice to see that more and more people are celebrating it. And recently, in some big tech workshop, there were two youngsters. They are a startup, I'm not very sure, and they had actually they had worn the traditional South Indian, munda with a t-shirt, and they were interviewed, and they said, no, we're very proud of our culture, and anyway, this kind of dress is what suits our climate and our culture. So I think Jaidev wearing the bindi is just,
Thank you
very.
very much, Anuradha.
yeah. Welcome, Shraddha.
How many of?
Just a second, Manashri. Let me just welcome Shraddha. She's been
Sure, sure.
waiting for a long
Sorry,
time.
sorry,
Yeah. Welcome, Shraddha. Looking very
sorry,
beautiful
sorry.
in a bindi, as well as now we have Rupal. So first we'll go to Shraddha.
You're on mute, Shraddha.
Can you put your earphones?
Mama,
We'll wait for you, Shraddha. I just taken Rupal. So you
Yeah,
continue. You just take help. Yes, Rupal.
welcome,
Welcome.
Rupal.
You're looking very
Hello,
pretty, Rupal.
hello
Yeah.
everyone. Hello, mom. Ambe, mom,
Looking very
Vicky.
pretty.
So here, everybody started Aarti. Jayadya Shakti Aarti in our place. So today is white color, and white is always like a power. White is always
Yes.
like a shwet. White is always like
Yeah.
we are something. So
Yeah.
आई जस्ट वांटेड टू से कि एक औरत सिर्फ एक औरत नहीं होती, लेकिन वो दुर्गा, काली और चंडी का रूप भी होती है।
हाँ,
वो इतनी ही श्वेत होती है, उतनी वो लाल होती है।
हाँ,
तो जब भी आप एक औरत की परीक्षा लेते हो, तो वो औरत परीक्षा में पास जरूर होती है। परीक्षा तो सीता माता ने भी दी थी, तभी तो वो सती हुई थी। सबको ऐसा मौका थोड़ी मिलता है।
so nice.
I'm very happy. Hindi day, this is ritual.
Yeah, beautiful.
तो वक्त आने पर हर एक औरत त्रिशूल भी उठा सकती है. नारी शक्ति जिंदाबाद.
Absolutely, yeah, absolutely. I think also, Rupal, that see our husbands and our children, would have seen all our forms, at home, depending on our moods.
Not just husbands, but
Absolutely,
also our
ma'am.
children, our families, and they've seen. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So,
पुरुषों का
I think
शारीरिक
Ganesh
बल
wanted
ज्यादा
to say
होता है.
something. हाँ,
हाँ, पुरुषों का शारीरिक बल ज्यादा होता है, लेकिन औरतों का मानसिक बल ज्यादा होता है. तो जिसका ब्रेन चलता है ना, उसके सामने कुछ नहीं चल सकता. We are
Rupal,
brain with beauty.
I don't know whether Jaydev agrees with you.
नहीं, आज कर लो सर, आज हमारा दिन है, आज देवी आई है.
और वो अकेला है, जयदेव अकेला है.
So I'm very glad, ma'am. Thank you. You gave me chance. I have to go
Always.
for Aarti. So thank you so much, ma'am.
Please.
We will
Thank
fight.
you.
हम नारी शक्ति है. जिंदाबाद.
Absolutely.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you.
Good night. Good night.
Such an auspicious time. Everybody's coming from puja, and there's
Yeah.
it's just I think it as Bindu said, it is really a yagya, and this puja and this auspiciousness augurs very well for this movement, Meena.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Dhanashree, you wanted to say something?
Hello, am
Yeah.
I audible to you?
Yes. Very
Yes,
audible.
yes.
Yeah. How many people know, before 1987 there was revolt in South India against against East India Company, who never allowed this Indian soldier to wear tikka, or something, wear tikka, or what you call, I forget what you call that, this chandan something, they were not allowed. So because of the, even that this really, so because of that revolt, soldiers revolted against them. So that was the reason, it's just somewhat reviving these things.
Yeah, very true.
So
Very
something.
true. Yeah. So, Meera, would you like to say something? Add to it. Meera and Sangeeta. Yeah, I think. Yeah, Sangeeta, would you like to add
No,
to it?
sorry. I think everyone said everything. I'm just so excited that you took up on this initiative and you ran with the idea, and we've now made it like an annual celebration. So thank you for the support, and I look forward to next year again.
Yeah. And more
Thank you.
success to you,
Yeah, I
whatever
just wanted to
ventures you're doing, Sangeeta. I know you're pretty busy filming, your movie. So wish you all the luck in that as well.
Thank you, Minaji. Means a lot. Thank you.
Yeah.
I think most people who've seen me here, or most people who know me, know that I love to have these little quotes. And I came across this lovely one that said, "In a world full of black dresses and mascara, be the bindi." So I just thought that just captured this program. It's all about somewhere, as I think someone said, it's I personally believe that every culture or every country has a dress code that suits that climate and that body type. So no judgments here, but I think a sari or a traditional dress and a bindi just go very well with Indian women. And
also, Anuradha, we don't need Botox or silicone for that.
Yeah, that's it. Absolutely. Yeah,
Welcome,
just the
Shraddha.
Welcome,
I think,
Shraddha.
yeah.
Can you hear me now?
Yes,
Yes.
very clear.
Okay,
Yes.
thank
Yeah.
you.
First of all,
Namaste.
Shraddha, I want to say you look very beautiful in the sari and bindi. I mean, what a lovely combination that you've worn.
Thank you so much, Meenaka. I would like to introduce myself. My name is Shraddha Joglekar. I am the artistic director of Kalavishkar Bharatnatyam Dance School in San Jose,
Okay.
California.
Okay.
And I wanted to tell Meena Akka, first of all, congratulations on such a wonderful topic, because in my dance school, I've made it mandatory for the girls to wear their bindis. and if they don't, I ask them to go back to home. And I've also, mischievously told them that if they borrow a bindi from me, they will have to pay me $1 each bindi. Because here, I'm very fortunate to, have students who are coming from all over different parts of India. So it's not just, just one, I'm in Pune, or I'm in one part of, India, and I'm getting students from that state. In fact, I have students who are from all different states of India, and it's an honor, because when we have our
Yeah, friends, what I want to say is, just interrupt you a minute, is that Shraddha, has come out with a very unique concept. So she is working with our Mayur Kalbat, So on the chants, he does the chants and she dances to it. So it's something very rare. We've not seen this before. And she is inviting Mayur to go to USA to, they're going to do a program together. So we are all very thrilled with it, because we know of Mayur's background, and with her dance expertise, this is, I'm sure, going to be a huge success.
Yes, thank you, Akka. Thank you so much. And today I'm actually wearing a Chandrakor because I'm from Maharashtra, and
In fact,
Shivaji
I
Raza.
studied in Pune, Shraddha.
Yeah, I'm from Pune, Maharashtra, and Shivaji Maharaj introduced this Chandrakor because during his times, the Maratha period, they wanted to show the glory of Marathas and to save us from the Muslims. And he would say that if when our Hinduism should glow like the sun, sorry, the moon, because that's why the Chandrakor is there. And also, I tell my students, just like the other religion, they follow. Like, for example, even if the Muslims wear the hijab, they are very particular about it. So why can't we be particular about it? And and it enhances the chakras, the
See here, let me tell you an example, Shraddha. So let me just tell you an example. See, back in time in Europe, when somebody wanted to paint a photograph of how Jesus looked, so he found a person looking exactly like Jesus, and he decided to paint him, and then he painted him, and then he said, when the whole story, comes across, he says, I want someone very wicked looking like Judas, and he goes around looking for people, and he finally comes to a person who he imagines as Judas, very greedy and cantankerous, and so he starts drawing him. So I asks him, what is your name? So he says the same name. I was the same person you painted as Jesus Christ, and now I'm Judas. Okay, so he's undergone a lot of pain and he's come to that stage. But why I'm mentioning it here is because, see, many of us in our religion, Sanatana Dharma, we are just ordinary human beings. But if you go into the spiritual path, you will realize, with the help of your guru, your face changes. A glow comes into your face, and suddenly people can see the spirituality in you, and they start, having more belief in what you say. So it's exactly the opposite that Sanatana Dharma shows to us. Yes, Shraddha, yeah.
So, Akka, I want to tell everybody proudly that on Saturday I performed Jhansi Ki Rani Lakshmi Bai.
Beautiful.
And I wore this big Chandrakor.
Very nice. Beautiful.
See, and people were awestruck because in the US, to see Jhansi Ki Rani being portrayed, they all cried as well, because when they saw Jhansi Ki Rani fall down and the British kills, they all were sobbing. And we here in the US, we keep India in our heart, and we are so attached to all the small traditions. And I'm teaching my kids Marathi, and my daughter Arya's Marathi poems and thing are being published in the LA magazine every year. So we should save our Hindutva, our tradition, which is, and I have some of my non-Indian friends converting into Hindutva.
Yes,
they have converted. And they're all white people. We have a Hanumana temple in Mount Madonna. It's also a Mount Madonna retreat center. Entire retreat center is being, uh, you know, taken care by white people, all of them chanting. I mean, I mean, Minaka, if you ever come to California, you come to my house, I'll take you there. That's where we're going to have a retreat with Mayur also. And wahan pe all those bhadjis, pandit, they are non-Indians, and we are like, we feel ashamed कि यार हम क्या कर रहे हैं? And we want to go there, like it's right up in the beautiful mountains, and वहाँ पे chanting होती है हनुमान की, और हर रामायण होती है, और ये सारे white people रामायण करते हैं.
So passionate about it, yeah.
हाँ, so we have so much. We have so much, So again, I'll sign off, Akka. Thank you so much for having me. And
I know. What's the time there in your place?
It's 8:15 in the morning, so I have to drop off kids to school. They're all staring at me.
Great. Have a nice time.
Okay, Akka. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you for joining us.
Bye.
Bye. Yeah. Yeah, Meera, so you wanted to say something? You're on mute. Yeah. Mute.
I just wanted to add that we have ourselves to blame for not propagating our religion.
Yeah.
Because I think I have not given any formal training to my son in Hinduism or anything, and neither did my parents give me. Like my dad used to say, Hinduism is a way of life, and it's not just, you can't constrain it to just a religion. So I mean, and at least most families like mine didn't believe in rituals and stuff. So I think a little more of that is required by us.
See, I'll also tell you why. One of the reasons, Meera, one of the
Pardon?
reasons, Meera, is that, see, back in our times, it was a prestige to be, admitted in a
Convent educated,
or so that's why we had to unlearn everything that we learned. Okay, at the age of around 25 to 30, we started dumping whatever we learned. Okay, it took us a long time to get out of that Western, phobia, and everything about Bible and everything that we learned, we had to throw it away because that wasn't us. That was some other culture that was being foisted on our head. And I wouldn't say, I would never, look down upon a religion. But what I felt was that, see, because we were forced into schools like this, which had, so-called prestige, we could not learn all the things that we should have. And now when we listen to all these learned people talking about our, religious books, our history, we realize that we've lost a lot of time, but we are learning and we are back to it. So it's not a waste of time, so it's important.
All of us, I'm sure, a renaissance happening of Hindu culture, and we should build on it.
For example, Meera, when I wanted to put Jaydev to school, I was very particular that he go into a Hindu school, So that's how I put him in Purna Pragna school, run by a Swamiji, and the things that he learned in that school, made me feel quite good. So, so that's some of
the same thing happened with my son when he started schooling in Ahmedabad. Instead of taking Gujarati as third language, I opted for Sanskrit. And so he whatever shlokas I know today is thanks to him, because we taught them shlokas in school. So I think Sanskrit as a second language in schools should be taken. Our education board doesn't provide Sanskrit in schools.
Education is key, like Meera said, and Meena ji said. I think it's education because you spend the most impressionable time of your age in an education system, and when you learn and so-called that knowledge and you consider it to be the right thing. So for me, after I passed all of my educations, when I started to learn really about our history and culture on my own, and now I'm thinking, oh my God, like that was all so wrong what we've learned. But better late than never. I strongly believe Sanskrit should actually be mandatory.
Absolutely, Because now, Sangeeta, now in Karnataka, they're going to have Bhagavad Gita. Okay, compulsory. And also, see, for example, to all of viewers as well, if you be surprised that our Sanatana Dharma has a solution for everything. Okay, if somebody is troubling you, you want to protect yourself from enemies, you have mantras that protect you from enemies. Okay, if you have obstacles in your path, you have so many Ganesha mantras, which will, you repeat that many times, it will protect you. So if you want to think about the philosophy of life, Bhagavad Gita is there. What Krishna tells Arjuna. So in every way, our Sanatana Dharma is all inclusive. You don't need to go anywhere else. Today you're looking at discovery and blah 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 blah.
Yeah.
But all this was there in our religion. If
But
you're
if
talking
you-
about people going to Mars and all these scientists in the Western world, we had all of these people in our country, but we never boasted about them. We don't
We-
even know the names of our
we
rishis
did.
and munis.
But right now, Meenaji, what's happening? You're so right. What's happening is all these solutions that we're talking about, the mantras or references in Ved, in Puran, in Bhagavad Gita, Mahabharata, everything is originally written in Sanskrit. But if we
Yes.
don't know Sanskrit, then we
Yes,
don't
exactly.
understand our own scripture.
Exactly.
There's a huge disconnect. This is
Yes.
why Sanskrit has to be mandatory. I've started reading the Ved. It is so heavy. And I was talking to somebody, it's like, oh my God, every page is taking me like, okay, let me go back. I have started relearning Sanskrit because I learned because I wanted to in school for a bit, but it was not mandatory, so it was forgotten. But the Hindi and English translations, they don't do justice. You cannot. Sanskrit has certain non-translatable words. You can translate, so the meaning is lost. So that's why I strongly believe that Sanskrit has to be mandatory, and everything else will fall in place. And then we'll start reading our books, where you see the Western world is taking everything from our rich history and heritage. It's repackaging it, putting on a nice little bow on it with fancy nice terms, and then it is just giving it
Telling
back.
it back to us.
You get excited about it and say, oh my God, wow, mindfulness. No, we did it thousands of years ago, like, you know what I mean? So but we don't know. So knowledge is power, and when you don't have that knowledge, you're not able to debate in an intelligent way or say this is ours, it existed. So I think we need to all start reading, learning, no matter what age.
Yes.
But another reason I think Sanskrit was not taught widely in the old days is because the higher classes and castes wanted to keep that knowledge for themselves. So it was not taught to in the old days, the lower castes and all. Like they kept it restricted to, in fact, they didn't want to share the knowledge. I feel that was the reason. And of course, knowing Sanskrit is a huge advantage because being the mother of languages, if you know Sanskrit, you will be able to follow many languages. And I think Malayalam has a lot of Sanskrit.
Yes,
And
Malayalam has a lot of Sanskrit words.
being a Keralite and knowing Malayalam, I can understand words in most of the South Indian languages more so, and Marathi and all, because a lot of Sanskrit words in it.
See,
So
one thing I tell
Sanskrit,
you,
as an education policy, I think we should, make a petition that Sanskrit should be at least given second language or third language in all schools.
See, here, Meera and Anuradha and, Sangeeta and Jaydev. See, I'll tell you, there is a real problem, amongst us Indians. The problem is that, see, Hindus don't unite. Okay. If one Hindu says something, the other Hindu has a problem with it. And they will argue, they'll go up and down, and say that, see, they don't agree on these things. Whereas in other religions, even it's the most ridiculous thing. They'll all put their heads together and say that they're one. Okay. If only we had that kind of unity. Okay. The first unified thing that a mission is boycott Bollywood, in which we have been successful. So that has shown that there is strength, within us, and we can form a certain mission up to its end. So the same thing can be applied for everything. Let me tell you, Sangeeta, Anuradha, Meera, and Jaydev. See, when when I put it in social media, how many Indian women responded? Okay, there are all these bigwigs. Okay, and all these bigwigs talking about compatibility with Smriti Irani, and saying that, see, they're all for Indian womanhood and all that. Why? The Bindi is not a sign of Indian womanhood. Can't you join us? Or is it low a lower in status to join small programs like ours and tell us that, see, you're doing something shitty, we don't want to do it, unless of course it is my sari campaign. If it is my sari campaign and I'm promoting my textile, everybody will join us. Okay, so when Smriti Irani starts it or some other person bigwig does it, everybody puts a fancy sari and comes in a sari this thing. Why? What about Bindi? Why can't you join us? There are small groups also doing it, and I really appreciate it. Whoever's there on social media who are spreading it. But the fact is that, see, we do not unite to support one another. You know,
Selective
I ask
activism is the
people,
bane of our society.
people specifically, come to our program. We want to hear you. Give us your beads of knowledge. How many people came? Only people who are really sincere. I want to thank all the people who are, viewers of ours who took the time to come. I know, see, it is different time zones. Some of you may be awake, some of you may be sleeping. Yet you had the pride in your patriotism to come and say that, see, I'm wearing a bindu. Please look at me. I'm proud of myself. So for that, friends, I'm really grateful because the people who really need to do it, the people who stand in seats of power, are not doing it.
And Meenaji, have you noticed, like you said about, these ads? I've seen events like we all don't watch Bollywood anymore, but you know how on social media these videos and pictures pop up of film stars at a red carpet or an event. I could be wrong, and I'm no one to judge, but I have noticed this trend. They'll be in like saris or Indian outfit, but minus the bindi, and it looks incomplete. Now I don't know if it's intentional or it's a style.
It is intentional. It is intentional.
But it feels so incomplete when you're wearing a traditional outfit and you'll see everybody minus the bindi. Yes. So I don't get this trend, but okay.
Yeah. I see it a lot in these serials, these Ekta Kapoor serials and all. I see that, and I feel so sad. They're losing out on something so beautiful. When you see a red vermilion on your forehead, it's the most divine thing. It makes you, surreal. That's what I think.
Absolutely. It's a very
Yes,
powerful.
I know what you were saying.
Yeah, as I said, she said, it is, a lot of advertisements have been getting into, they've lost a lot of sales because they've antagonized a lot of people.
Yeah.
And I just wonder, it's okay to smash what you call patriarchy, but you can wear a bindi and smash it too, right?
Yeah, Mayur Kalbag says,
I'm just confused, I'm just confused. What does wearing a bindi have to do with? I just don't get the link, So, and as you said about schooling, I think it was Mark Twain who famously said, I've never let my schooling interfere with my education. So sometimes, we learn something in school, but we can continue to learn and educate ourselves because most of us studied in convents and we were taught, very, very different things. And I think it was Sangeeta who was talking about the Vedas. Very quickly, my husband does a lot of, he's been doing a lot of work.
Anu. Just 1 second. Mayur, I've just put the link. Why don't you join us? That's Mayur Kalbag.
Oh, Mayur, welcome.
Yes.
Yeah, I think he's been doing translation of, some of these, chapters of the Bhagavad Gita. And he found that a lot of the English translations had got it absolutely either deliberately wrong or, they were just, they had completely missed the point. So like Sangeeta, he's gone back to Sanskrit and it's, painstakingly, literally every word, every line, cross-referencing it. So even a lot of the translated works that we are reading are apparently could be misleading.
Yeah, because I know the words, there are certain words which cannot be translated. I don't know if anyone's, it's not about, there are so many books, but the one that comes to mind is Sanskrit non-translatables by Rajiv Malhotra. It's a small book, but it was eye-opening for me because, like history and itihasa, it's very different, but they call it history.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. So I think, I don't know whether he's joining. Yeah. See, in fact, Mayur has made has had a lot of influence on our channels because of, his, I think he's joining. Let me just take Jaideep, can you just check whether he's joining?
This is Shilpi. Welcome, Shilpi.
Welcome, Shilpi.
Hi, everybody.
Welcome. How are you?
Very good evening. I'm very well. Thank you so much. And really happy to see all the women here decked up and proudly showing off their bindis.
Yeah.
So really happy enjoying the conversation.
Thank you.
And we'll join in. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for coming. You're making your presence felt.
Meenaji, would you like me to leave? If there are more people in queue, I could.
No, I think, let me just check. No, it's okay. We put the people. Shilpi, while you're here, why don't you tell us, see, from where are you?
Pune. I'm based in Pune.
Yeah. So could you just tell us, like, what is the significance of today that you gave us some attention today, and what do you feel about it?
So I have been following your channel for the past, I guess, 1 month, so pretty new. And I connect with, some of the topics that you take up and discuss. And one of them being, the rich history of India, the cultural history of India, and you always try to uphold that in your conversations, and that connects with me. I've also been reading and researching at my own level about the ancient, rich history of India. And today I'd like to just say that this bindi, the concept of putting bindi, comes from Harappan times. So even the excavations that took place reveal the fact that both men and women used to wear tikka and kumkum, right? So it's such a great thing because as a civilization, we have continued this cultural trend even to this day, and that is something which is very commendable, I feel.
Yes.
So,
And also, see, if you look at Shilpi, if you look at the, our older civilization through the sculptures that are seen in all the temples, you'll find that they were very advanced, like women used to wear high heels, at that time. And they had beautiful mirrors. I think today's mirrors are also dull and boring in our times. They had the most intricate mirrors, and the kind of makeup they did, the hairdos. I mean, you can't see more beautiful hairdos than what we have now. So in every way, our religion and our civilization was much more advanced than any other civilization. And see the jealousy and the envy that comes from the other other parts of the world against our religion is only because they feel that we are better than them.
Absolutely, Meenaji. And there's also, I mean, there's so much. It's like a Pandora's box when we talk about what has been done to our, cultural heritage. So there's so much out there, and I think I know nothing. I've just started digging into it, and I still feel that, my God, I mean, we were absolutely very, very advanced, and a lot of our knowledge was plagiarized. It was only, some cultures that gave us credit. And it is coming out now that they, in their ancient body of work, have credited that this knowledge has come from Hind, and this knowledge has, we owe it to Hindus. So that is out in the open. Aryan invasion myth again has been busted by so many historians, which I think is amazing because nobody spoke about it. Not even the Indian historians spoke about it earlier, but in the light of the new evidence that has emerged, Aryan invasion again falls apart because there are so many compelling evidences about the fact that Indian civilization goes back to at least 10,000 years because of the newly excavated site Bhiranna, which is absolutely, it debunks all the other theories.
Hello.
So there's so much,
Thank you so much.
I am really excited, and I don't want to hijack this discussion. I really want others to come in and
thank you so much.
Be quiet for some time and just absorb all the other views that are coming in. So thank you so much for
Thank you,
listening.
Shilpi.
Thank you.
Welcome, Mayur.
Welcome, Mayur.
I think all the ladies are waiting for you.
Hello, hi.
Hi, Mayur.
Hi. How are you
So where are
doing?
you
I'm
joining
sorry,
us
I got a
from?
little late. I'm from Pune.
Oh, you're in Pune. Yeah.
I think there's some sort of lag in your voice.
Yeah. I can hear my own self, which is very interesting.
Now it's very clear. In fact, Shraddha had joined us before, sometime back, and she had also shared her views, Mayur, now that you're going to USA. Sometime back.
Yeah.
Now she's going to dance to your tunes.
Hopefully. Why is my voice to my Vedic tunes? Yes, to my
Yes.
Vedas. Yes, it's such a beautiful thing. It's
Yeah.
unbelievable. And the person who is the sutradhar for this, the one who made it happen. Yeah, yeah. Hey, why is
Who
it
is that?
voice
Who is
coming?
that?
It's happening twice. It's you. It's you. It's you.
And at home, I think at home, Mayur's wife will be making him dance to her tunes.
My tandav happens all the time, Anuradha. My tandav happens all the time.
So
Oh,
before
should
I
I join?
sign off, Meena, I just want to echo what you said. That definitely our Prime Minister has, I think, been one of the forces that has made us so proud to be Indian, and hold our heads high in the world and reclaim our place,
Yeah,
our rightful
absolutely.
place. So with that, I will sign off. Thank you
Okay.
so much,
Thank you,
and
Anu. Always
Mayur
for your
can
best wishes.
now,
Yeah.
we'd love to hear from Mayur.
Same
Okay.
here. I'll excuse myself too. I'll
Okay.
be listening, but
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you again
Thank you.
for doing
Thank
this
you so much.
second year in a row, and we'll collaborate again next year. And I
Yeah.
thought what Shilpi said
Yeah.
was beautiful. I loved hearing
Thank
what
you.
you said.
Yes,
Okay.
Thank you
Shilpi.
so much.
Namaste
I loved
all.
hearing all of you.
Har Har
Thank you so
Mahadev.
much.
Thank you, Shilpi.
Thank you.
Har Har
Thank
Mahadev.
you.
Okay.
Thank you.
Good night.
You again for doing
Thank
this
you so much.
second year in a row, and we'll collaborate again next year.
Yeah. So,
And I
Mayur,
thought
back to
what
you.
Shilpi said was beautiful. I loved hearing what you said.
You know what is happening is, Meena, if you can hear my voice, I'm
Yeah.
hearing this double, triple times.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know why it's happening.
Yeah.
Should I
Yeah.
join in again, or you're ending the show now?
Yeah. I think we're just going towards the end, but doesn't matter. Now we can hear you, so you can talk.
Okay. What is happening is, Meena, if you can hear my voice, I'm hearing this.
Or you want to join again?
I'll just.
Yeah. Try joining again.
You're ending the show now.
Yeah. I think we're just going towards the end, but doesn't matter. Now we can hear you, so you can talk.
Okay. It's third time.
Or you want to join again?
I'll join again. It's happening three times. I'm hearing
Joining.
myself three
Yes.
times.
Joining.
I'm getting tired of my own voice now.
Join again. Yeah. Shilpi, so sweet of you. Do tell us, what do you do there in Pune?
So I am leading the learning and development department in an organization. It's a manufacturing organization, Flex. It's called Flex. And I take care of the learning and development division of Flex. I conduct these kinds of training, both soft skills and leadership training across levels in the organization.
Oh, very beautiful. Yeah. More success to you. More success to you.
Thank you so much. It means a lot. Thank you
And please
very much.
always join us. I mean, we love to hear your point,
I make it a
different points of
point.
view. What you
I
add
make
is
it
so
a
much
point.
value.
So, ma'am, what I do is at times when I'm pressed for time and I have multiple things to do, instead of listening to music in the gym, I plug in and I listen to the conversation that happens here. So that's my music.
Yeah. You're quite a crazy bunch as well, because we're from different parts of the world, and everybody's got such a, so much of, they're all sensitive. They've got so much of, knowledge to share.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah. Yeah. Meera, your beads of wisdom.
I too enjoyed what Shilpi had to contribute today to the show. It's always nice to get some fresh blood in the show and listen to different viewpoints. And Meena, this initiative has been just superb. And I wish more people, and like you said, eminent people joined in. But I guess we are not a vote bank. So that much support only, I guess, we will get
No,
from
what I
the
like
parliament.
really about you, Meera, is that, see, after a tiresome journey, you're back and you're tired, despite that you've joined us. And that's what I
I
appreciate.
thought I'd just switch off the camera and come, but you said
Yeah.
it's Bindi Day and all that.
Because
But
the
yeah, I
visual.
mean, if we don't do our bit, we're always waiting for somebody else to
Hello.
do it. Then, then nothing will happen. Oh, I guess Mayur is back, so let's go back.
Oh,
to
you
him.
know what was happening? You know what happened, Meena? What happened, Jaidev? I kept the YouTube on, right? I clicked on the link.
Okay.
So that
So it's your
YouTube
fault.
was going on.
Yeah.
It's always my fault. that's what she says. Okay.
Yeah.
So all good.
So
Good
tell
to
us
see
your
all of
take,
you. Yeah, after a long
Mayur.
time.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I'll tell
So
you. I'll
Mayur,
tell you. This is
we have with us Shilpi and Meera and Jaydev.
yes. Hi, Shilpi. Happy Bindi
Hey,
Day to you, and
thank you.
namaskar to
Meera.
you,
Hi, Mayur.
Veera. Nice to lovely Bindi, and here as well. Yes. Um, okay. Just to add a little bit of value to what has been happening. I've really not been able to participate properly because I was in a online session.
Yeah.
So I'll tell you my perspective to this is one is the spiritual. There's another which is scientific as well. Um, so
Can I just
I
interrupt you,
remember,
Mayur?
yeah, yeah,
Can I interrupt you? Yeah. Was that a
yeah.
ghost or was that your mom
My mom,
walking
my
past?
mom. The ghost is here in front of you.
I thought the topic had changed.
No, no, no. That happens when I'm in the bedroom, when I'm with my laptop. Then certain things happen.
Yeah.
Well, it's interesting to have a conversation with a ghost with a smile as well.
Yeah.
But can I'll just say what
Yeah.
I was
Please.
thinking
Yeah.
of is, see, when I only come from a perspective of experience, right? So I remember, apart from the women wearing the tikka as a kid,
Yeah.
the kumkum, right?
Yeah.
Which was, but the first thing I feel when I look back is when you put a kumkum, it creates and reflects divinity in the person. So
Yes.
uh, even if the person is wearing t-shirt, jeans, just a tikka, and suddenly the whole
Yes.
aura changes. I
Enhances.
don't know if you
Yeah.
like. I can sense it because I have a lot of women
Yeah.
in my house. Even when my daughter puts a tikka, uh, she that divinity just reflects, which is
Yeah.
so beautiful. And there's something about the tikka, right? It's just a dot, but it
Yeah.
creates such an energy around. The other is for the men folk.
Yeah.
So when I got connected to my guru, always wears a tikka, even at Kailash Mansarovar,
Yeah.
anywhere. It would be proper after the snana, the bhasma, and then
Yeah.
all that I would see my guru do, and then this, and then
Yeah.
Swamiji would take proper efforts to properly see that a little bit of water is there and the powder kumkum
Yeah.
becomes a little wettish so that it grips the skin.
Yeah.
That's
Yes.
how I
Sticks to it.
understand it, right?
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
then he would be very particular in where and how the tikka is made.
Yeah.
And for me, that again is a representation of not just the spiritual part of
Yeah.
purity, divinity, right? It's also, I think, from a scientific perspective, they say that this is the Agnya Chakra,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
The Anahata is here, the Agnya is
Yes.
here. So it is
Yeah.
said that now, for us, it may not be something we can literally feel, but for those entities, when they touch and they probably say some mantra and they put the tika, it
Yeah.
also does some stuff to the Agnya chakra,
Yeah. Yeah.
something like that. But I know
Yeah.
some people who even go to office
Yeah.
with the bhasma and the tika to the
Yes.
office,
Yeah.
and they're proud of it.
Yeah.
And
Absolutely.
hats off to them, hats off to them.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that's my take on the tika, and I wanted to wear this. Even if you look at the great warriors, Shivaji
Hmm.
Maharaj,
Yeah.
you'll always see them. Even the Prithviraj Chavans, they always would have
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
tika.
Yes.
So imagine
Yes.
it
Correct.
also gives you that warrior feel as well, a warrior feel. Imagine
Yeah.
such lovely aspects about a tika, isn't it? From
Yeah.
divine
Absolutely.
beauty to a warrior feel. So yeah, that's
Yeah.
what I wanted to say.
I think we
Hi,
have one
Kaushik.
more guest with us. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Neetu.
Sorry.
Welcome, Neetu.
Welcome, Nitu.
Hello.
Yes, Namaste, Meena ji.
Yeah.
Namaste,
We have
Jaidev
Mayur with
ji.
us.
Namaste,
Yeah. We
everyone.
have Shilpa.
Yeah.
Yeah. Shilpi. And also
Yeah.
Jay.
Hello, Shilpa. Hello, Mayur. And
Yeah.
happy Bindi Day.
Yeah.
And
Same to you.
a very happy Navratri to everyone.
Yeah.
Oh yes.
आज मैंने today I worn white Shailputri. आज one of the goddess of
Yes.
prosperity, and it governs the moon.
Yes.
And yes, I was listening to the conversation. Sorry, thoda I was busy with some other thing also, so couldn't join early.
Yeah.
मैम जब बच्चों को हम सिखाते हैं ना, like whenever I teach them हिंदी स्कूल में और इंग्लिश, तो चिल्ड्रन दे टेल मी मैम why there are silent alphabets in English, why there is me. So we tell them, बेटा देखो हिंदी की तो बिंदी भी बोलती है, अगर आप अ पे ऊपर बिंदी लाएंगे तो अंग की आवाज आएगी, आप नीचे नुक्ता लगाएंगे तो हिंदी की बिंदी भी बोलती है, तो सो हाउ इम्पोर्टेंट इज हिंदी.
Yes, exactly.
और यस, और हिंदी के आधे आधे अक्षर है वो भी बोलते हैं, उनमें से भी साउंड निकलता है, और इंग्लिश के तो कई कई बार तो 2 वर्ड्स भी साइलेंट होते हैं. So yeah, and yes, मतलब we should be proud, and thank you Meena ma'am. Like ये it should be like every year, you know, the World International Bindi Day. Let us make it. Yes, और इसको मतलब we should not be limited. We have to make it mass, like you know, Basi and
in fact, you know, when you sent me your photograph, and so many other ladies also sent me the photographs, and we made a collage of the whole lot, you know, and we were looking at it because before posting it, and Jaydev and I were just saying that, see, all these women are looking so beautiful. I mean, Indian women can't be more beautiful. You know, other women could be more beautiful because you know there's so much of character in each face. You know what all they've undergone, everything. And you know, we were just looking at it. I forgot to post it, you know, and then I had to click it and put it in social media.
Right. And thank you so much. And we will make it every year's affair. And actually, we should write a letter to Modi ji to make it like Bindi Day. Like, you know, so yeah, we can have a Bindi Day, like Yoga Day, we can have a Bindi Day. Yeah. Yes, ma'am.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Neeta.
Yes.
Back to you, Mayur. Yeah. Because
Thank you,
we got hold of Mayur after so many days. He's been running after his guru and so many other things, you know, that to get hold of him was so difficult. Even then I gave up.
No. You're being too nice and too sweet. You're making me feel very embarrassed. It's really an honor. Yeah, it's lovely to. It's like a family for me. So there are two things. One is I was thinking topic. Yeah, I'm being very honest, and you know how I am, Meena. I'm straight away what it is. I was telling even Shraddha, like you know, because she was in touch with you about the US thing. So I was like, if I'm there and I am not going to be bookish. I'm not going to create something just because I want to say something, because that's not me. And then came a topic which we can do soon is Tibetan monks, the Tibetan way of meditation, which has not yet been explored, at least through me. And I know a little bit about that. And it just struck me. So now I'm a little more excited to come back. Otherwise, coming back should be with something, no? Like I can't just
see Mayur. You know, Mayur, I have a grouse against you. You know what? You know, you're going to USA and you're making me do all the homework for Shraddha. Can you imagine? So many letters I haven't done in my life.
I know. I owe one for that. I owe you one for that for sure. When you come to Pune, or when Jaydev, all of you come, or when I come to Bangalore, I owe you. There were a couple of things I wanted to just say in this context.
In fact, Mayur, Shilpi is also from Pune.
Yes.
Oh, is it?
Yes.
Yes, Mayur. Yes.
Kashi ahes. Kashi
Me
ahes.
bari
Marathi.
Bari
Great. So I'm just curious now, since you said Pune, which side of Pune? Like, because a lot of people are in Baner and Aun. Are you in Baner?
Yeah.
Are I'm in Baner also, Baba.
Oh wow.
Small area of Pune.
We've become a family now.
Yeah. So, you know, Meena, I had a question, as in a question, not to question anyone, but have you realized that there are two types of bindis? Like one which is for style, which is good.
Yeah.
You get those, right? I remember those small little tickly. We used to call it tickly.
Yeah.
And then you have the solidly amazing ticklies and all, whatever, which is good, I guess. But I personally have felt that when the kumkum is converted into a tikka, like what you have, that is different. And have you, so it's a question I'm just floating. Have you realized that there's only one color for that? Whereas the others have got multicolors and this and random whatever. But our tikka only is in the color red or whatever, that red or kumkum, that pink color.
Yeah, maroonish.
But it's always in that maroonish. But I've not seen a green tikka, yellow tikka, white, black. Black to kabhi when they not as a tikka, they put it as jo ash nikalta hai na. So as a prasad they'll put. But tikka is always in maroonish, pinkish, reddish. And I sometimes wonder there must be some reason, no, why that color always is taken as a tikka. It's a question which just intrigues me. I'm still trying to figure out through my own understanding why it could be. Is it a reference to the color of the blood
No,
which is part
Mayur.
of us?
See,
Yeah.
Mayur, isn't it a fact that, see, this kumkum or haldi, which is a form of haldi, is to cool your forehead?
Yeah, even
Yeah.
Chandan Tika, Meena ma'am.
Yeah.
Yes.
True.
So I think that could be one of the reasons, Mayur.
So the color is not as important as I mean, what
Yes,
is inside, is it? Okay, because
exactly.
even chandan is put. But Shilpi, when they put chandan, that is one. But generally, the tikka will be
Is
understood as in the
reddish
color of red,
bluish. Yes.
red,
Yes.
red.
Yes.
And jo maang mein dalte na, the women, married women, they put it up there. So I
Right.
think it's also to cool the person.
Yes.
You know,
Mayur, I
because
think there's one more person who's joined us. His name is Truth Only. So you're in the right
Wow,
channel.
what a name! Very literal, very literal.
Welcome. Welcome, Truth.
Hello.
Yeah,
He's got a
welcome.
nice voice, or is that somebody else's voice?
I think he's got some kids.
Yeah, kid in the background.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think he's got a child also here. Welcome, Truth. We don't mind looking at the kid as well. Welcome, Truth.
hello,
So Neetu, where are you from? I was asking.
I'm from
Neetu, just
Aurangabad.
Aurangabad. Okay. All right.
Aurangabad. Your
Yeah.
neighbor.
I know. I know. Not too far. Not too far.
Yeah.
Aurangabad.
Yeah.
You could speak about yourself to our friends as well. That your talks and your books.
Yes. So just thanks, Meena. So a couple of things. One is that apart from being professionally, a trainer, soft skills trainer for 20 years, I passionately love to write. And this all got awakened when I went to Kailash with Kailash Manasarovar with my guru, Swami Sadyojat Shankarashram. And it was through and through, I think it was the Beer Biceps podcast that got Meena connected to me. And here I am, doing these wonderful sharing of thoughts. And what I also see and saw was because of Meena's show, there's a lady called Shraddha Zoglekar who lives in San Francisco Bay Area, and she's got her own dance kala academy called Avishkar, Kala Avishkar, and she's an exponent of Bharatnatyam. And thanks, when I say thanks, I really mean it. Through this show, she saw the show. She had not seen Beer Biceps. She saw this show, and she said, "Who's this crazy guy who also is spiritual?" And she heard my stotrams, Meena, and that's what she. So then she got connected to the book, and then the book, A Ghori Untold Story, just she went berserk spiritually. Like she really went like, wow. And then we got talking, and as I speak with you, she's trying from the US to get me a visa for me to visit, and we are collaborating, as Meena knows, on something called Veda Nritya or Nritya Veda. So she'll do Bharatnatyam and I'll be doing Jata Kata Hisam Brahman Nilim Panir Jhari Vilola Vichi Vallari Virajamana Murthani. So I was riding my bike and I met the security people, and I love all of them. So they always say Har Har Mahadev, and all. Said Idhar aa bhai. So I said, इतना हर हर महादेव करते हो, एक बोलो, एक श्लोक. नहीं सर, वो तो मेरे को पढ़ना पड़ेगा. I said, ठीक है, कुछ तो करो, कुछ तो बोलो. I said, चलो, हम भी बोलते. तो I said, जटा कटा हिसम भ्रमण. And I said, ये आपको सीखना है अगले हफ्ते तक. So Shraddha was very impacted by that, and that has led to this lovely opportunity. And I just hope, with the blessings of my guru, that I get the visa, because it's called a P3 visa. So it's only for that period of time, not like like a tourist visa or a business visa. It's only for that month, and I'm least interested in just going there. Like there are other places, like Meghalaya is my favorite place to go, Kedarnath. So US, I'm going only with this focus of presenting them the Vedic aspects and the chantings. And we did one session, Meena, at the Art of Living Center in Pune. So that came out really well. So these are a few things which, Meena, you encouraged me to speak, and thank you so much for that.
You're always welcome, Mayur, because
All the best,
listening to you is
Mayur.
very
I
interesting. Yeah.
Thank you, Shilpi. Thank you. Meena, you were saying something. I'm sorry. You were saying
Yeah.
something nice about
So
me.
listening
Please
to
continue.
Mayur is very interesting because see, Mayur shares a lot of his knowledge about his. It's more like a pilgrimage where he goes and he, meets with his Guruji also, and also the fact that see he explains a lot of other things through his books. So I think his books are really hot sellers. So if you want to sort of buy them, it's available on Amazon. But let me tell you, if you read that book, you get hooked. So
Wow.
thanks to his beautiful way of writing.
Meena,
Amazing.
thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Yeah, and I'm
And
not
it's I
see,
know.
I'm not doing any
Yeah.
PR here because Mayur doesn't pay me or anything. It's just that he's such a good writer.
Accept my respects
Yeah.
and a lot of love and respects. And
Yeah,
that's true.
absolutely. So
Because
do join us,
we
Mayur,
have a
next week
yeah,
whenever you're
definitely.
free. Yeah, do join us.
Def-
And
by the way, Meena, just for you, you'll probably, and I need your best wishes as well, and all of you. But Meena, probably you'll connect a little more. I have been invited, rather more than invited. I have got an opportunity to do an art exhibition of my paintings in
oh,
Dubai.
great.
In Dubai.
Oh, very nice.
Yeah.
Where
So this is
Mayur?
happening
In Dubai, where?
in Dubai in a place called Murdiff. Murdiff,
Oh, okay.
Mirdiff, Murdiff. Riga, Diera, that area is where I'm going to stay.
Yeah.
And so for me, this
That
is
is
all
the
new.
area where they have art. Yeah.
Okay, great. Because I've never traveled to Dubai.
Yeah.
So now it's the first time. I'm leaving on the 30th of this month and coming back on the 8th, on the 10th. My art exhibition is on the 8th. And not only do I need your best wishes for people just to come and see, but I need some paintings to be sold as well.
Yes, absolutely. Best wishes,
And,
always.
and they're all spiritual abstracts. Just want to share this because you have been living there for some time. So I just felt like sharing that also with you, Meena.
So
And
just a
to
question from
Shilpi and
Simon. Simon is
yeah.
asking you, what's the difference between a tikka and a bindi?
Well, okay, I'm not. I've just come into this, but what comes to my mind and what I think is a logical thing for me is a tikka is that which is created with the kumkum or the powder, which also acts as a coolant. But more importantly, it has the aura of divinity and devi and devas in that, and you apply it. So tikka is applied, a bindi is put. Dalo bindi. Shadi ko ja rahe ho. But tikka is something I feel is more
Ma'am, can I?
deeper.
Yes,
It's
please.
more spiritual.
Yeah,
Yeah,
please, Neetu.
Yeah, tikka and bindi actually it's a synonym. पर्यायवाची है क्योंकि हम कभी बिंदी भी लगाते तो हम बोलते हैं हमने टीका लगाया सो मतलब इट इज अ सिनोनिम टीका बिंदी टिकली ये सारी चीजें एंड मयूर वाज सेइंग द रेड आई थिंक बिकॉज रेड इज द कलर ऑफ पावर हमेशा हम जब रेड देखते तो इट्स अ कलर ऑफ पावर स्ट्रेंथ तो दैट्स व्हाई द रेड कलर इट्स आल्सो कलर ऑफ देवी माँ दुर्गा so of course that's why in every puja there is red color.
Yeah. In fact, see, also Neetu, when you wear normally, different colors, people don't, speak so much, about it. But the moment you wear red, everybody says that, especially for women, I'm not talking about men, but especially for women, they'll always say that, see, there's something about you, looks so good. So then we realize that it is the color, as you said, Neetu.
True.
Yeah. So I think with this, we'll end the session. Thank you so much, Mayur. And Shilpi, Neetu, and Jaydev, thank you so much for, being with us and listening to us and giving us your valuable comments and your suggestions, everything. I mean, everything is appreciated. And when we talk here, it's more like a family, just sharing thoughts. So thank you so much.
Can I recite a
Yes,
a
please,
stotra
please.
from my
Yes,
side as a
please.
way of concluding this?
We always end on that. Yes.
A tradition when you invite me on the show. So I would love to.
Yeah.
Om Shiva Shaktya Yukto Yadi Bhavati Shakta Prabhavitum Nache Devam Devo न खलु कुशल स्पंदितुमपि अतस्त्वामाराध्याम् हरिहरविरिञ्चादिभिरपि प्रणौतुं स्तोतुं वा कथमकृतपुण्यः प्रभवति. Om. This is from Saundarya Lahari. It's a Devi Stuti written by Adi Shankaracharya, and I thought it's befitting to awaken this stotra or shloka in this particular beautifully articulated and rendered program by Meena ji and the most lovely soul Jaydev.
Thank you very much, Mayur.
Thank you, Mayur. And good night to all of you.
Good
See
night,
you
Shilpi,
everyone.
Shilpi, see you in
Thank
Bane
you.
sometime.
Thank you.
Thank you,
Absolutely.
Neetu.
Yes,
Thank
we.
you, Shruti. Thank you, Neetu.
Bye, bye,
Thank you
Neetu.
so much.
Thank you,
Pleasure.
sir. Jai Mata Di. Jai
Jai
Mata
Mata
Di.
Jai
Jai
Mata.
Mata.
Jai Mata Di. Jai Mata Di.